Adam Tanner says, I hear that a lot, that people think the Amish don't have to pay taxes. I think they avoid some taxes working with cash, trading, buying used, etc., like most country folks. So this comment actually makes a lot of sense. I never really thought about how much they save on taxes by having barn raisings and stuff like that. So you have 100 people over working on your barn and you don't pay them, so nobody gets paid. All you do is you feed them a big meal. And if you had to pay a contractor to come in and build a barn for you, think about how much that would cost. Think about how much it would cost just to pay those 100 people, even if it was only $100 a day. And they came in and built it in one day, that would be around $10,000. That's a lot of taxable income. But instead of doing that, they feed them, give them a good hearty meal. That was always my favorite part, of the barn raisings. And you will have some people who, shortly after lunch, they'll be like, well, I better get going. I got some hay to cut or something like that, But when they need help, you turn around and help them, and you don't get paid for that either, So people help each other back and forth, and they do avoid paying some income taxes that way by being a community helping each other out. I never really thought about it, but it makes sense, Adam. And another thing is, imagine having 8, 10, 12, up to 18 kids. I've personally known a family that had 18 kids in 21 years apart. And imagine all those dependents. It'd be hard to make enough income to actually, make enough income to where, you'd have to pay income tax with that amount of dependents. Like, wow, I can't even imagine, And it's possible for the normal Amish family to survive on a lot less income than somebody who doesn't live off the land, because they can all their own food. They grow their own vegetables and stuff in the garden, and can just about everything. Everything is, wood burning stoves, stuff like that. So they really live off the land, and they don't require as much income. So it is possible for Amish families to not make enough income, figuring in with their dependents, to where they don't have to pay income tax, but they should still file. All I know is my parents always filed their taxes every year. They had a neighbor, not exactly a neighbor, he lived about 10 miles away. But this guy, he used to come over and go over their books with them, and he'd figure out their taxes every year, and they had to pay him, but they didn't know how to do it themselves. So yes, my parents filed every year.